And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Los Angeles Angels. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Hayes.
The first baseman, number 13, Brian Hayes.
The pitch. Just off the outside edge. And this one is off and running.
First pitch, 7:05.
Next offering, popped in the air, right field. Moniak makes the catch, and there's one gone. Up next for the Pirates, Brendan Donovan.
The second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Trout hauls it in, 2 away. Brian Reynolds here. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris. Ripped on the ground to second. Third out. And now the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. We're pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris. It's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. The shortstop takes a ball.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Pounding ball to Belt. Steps on first for the out. Now the number 2 hitter, Nolan Shotwell. Swing and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Mike Trout.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
And that's in the dirt.
Trout is one of the best players of his generation. He's a fan favorite because he brings a rare combination of speed, power, and all-around talent to the team. He's exactly the type of player you want to build around.
There's a strike. On the ground. Dives, and he can't hang on. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the second out of the inning. Now it's Alex Bregman.
He had more time than he thought right there. Probably didn't have to barehand it, but he made it look nice, that's for sure.
There's a swing and a drive. Sawinski ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track. All set for the start of the inning. Here is J.D. Martinez. And Siggy, they're dealing with a former MVP in this spot. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Out to short. Throws to first. 1 out in second. Here's O'Neal Cruz. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. Fastball for a strike. Singy, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial period anymore. I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers, you're just not going to get those opportunities.
Now here is Jack Sawinski. The 1-0. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Swings and chases a low one there.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
way inside.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to
swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Back here at Angel Stadium, bottom of the second. So in now for the Angels, Mickey Moniak. Pitch. That one finds the corner. Strike one. And downstairs. And the pitch. Now this is in the air down the line. Reynolds pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. And there's a foul ball. One out, base is empty. That one down the line, and there's a hit.
He needed out one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
And a pitch. That's outside. Ball one. Just missed. Man at first, one away. Next pitch is downstairs. Line drive, caught.
Batting in, the designated hitter.
Next is the designated hitter, Zach Neto. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 2 outs. Strike 2. He goes down looking. And we're back. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And here's the first baseman, Brandon Bell. Plesac back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Bell, a former All-Star, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2009. Kicks and fires. Got him looked in. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. And the batter now, Ezekiel Duran. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Fly ball down the line, and it drops in. So a man aboard now with one away.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a long dart in there, and he found a way. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
And a swing and a miss.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
To second, but way too late. Safe there. And he deals. Wouldn't chase that time. And that one is lifted in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. They're waving around Duran. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. The tag, and he's out. Now batting Key Brian Hayes. That's ripped. Base hit. And that extends the inning.
Couple of singles back to back. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Donovan batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Hayes leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Pitch misses, and it's 1-1. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Trout makes the grab, and that's the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Nick Madrigal. And the pitch. And it drops in. And that turns the lineup over. Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. That's in for a strike. And that's downstairs and outside. And now 2-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And the right-hander deals. Fought off foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Righty delivers. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Just missed.
A really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. And they turn the double play. Nolan Shotwell, the next to hit for the Angels.
Pretty lengthy at bat right there, and usually the hitter wins that battle after seeing so many pitches, but instead the exact opposite, or maybe even worse than that, grounds into a double play. Tough at bat to swallow.
And another ball. Home team down a run here in the second game of the series. Right through there for a strike. Right side, Donovan. Sends it to first. That ends the frame. Back here at Angel Stadium, out of the 4th. And now Ryan Reynolds. The line to kick the pitch. Rips that one to right. Monia makes the catch. 1 away. And now J.D. Martinez.
Clearly ready to hit right there. First pitch of the inning hits a bullet, and it just is one of those bad luck ABs.
0-1.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Righty to the plate. Got a good eye there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He swings and fouls one off. 1 down, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. O'Neill Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Ball 1.
Good purpose pitch right
1
there.
ball, 1
Trying
strike.
to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Got him to chase one above the
1
zone
ball,
there.
2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. That
Oh,
one
that's out.
just misses.
It's a good take.
That one misses, and the count's full. Two down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Kicks and deals. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. And at first, Jack Sawinski, the next Pirate to hit. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Not even close there. And the count 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs that.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one is out of here. His 4th home run of the season. And they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 runs across in the inning. Top half of inning number 4. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
And a foul ball. 2 outs. Swings through that one for strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Bell round second on his way to third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double. Second and third now. Andy Rodriguez, the next Pirate to hit. In there for strike 1.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
Ground ball right side. Madrigal tosses to first. They limit the damage here.
Let me start by saying, which one of y'all are ready to put in?
Back in Anaheim, here's Trout. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. The pitch. Pulls that one foul.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Swings through it for the K. He swung over top of the curveball. Here's Alex Bregman. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Up the middle. Cruz. And they get Bregman for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
Moniak in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that one hit to first. Bell. He'll do it himself. Angels retired. 1-2-3.
Yes.
And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. The wind in the pitch. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
That one ripped. Ward running hard to get it. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. He somehow got to that outside pitch and pulled it hard into the outfield. Not exactly what you're supposed to do with that kind of location, but you wouldn't know it by how the ball came off his bat.
Donovan up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Hayes at second with nobody out. On the ground right side. One away here in the 5th. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Brian Reynolds.
Could be a big moment for him right here. He's sitting on 999 hits. One away from adding a comma to that total.
And that's outside. 1-0. One away with a runner at third. And we're in the top of the fifth. This to center field. Trout is there. Squeezes it. Runner tags from third. Play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. And they lead by 4. Here's J.D. Martinez. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That's a hit.
Now batting, the pitcher.
So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new pitcher, Ronnie Enriquez.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Runner at first with 2 away. O'Neal Cruz now at the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
1 run across in the frame so far here in the second game of the series. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Sawinski, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Smoked on the ground a second. Madrigal on to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward. The right-hander back to work. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit for the Angels.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
There's a strike. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. 1 down, base is empty. Hit hard on the ground is short. Cruz on to first. Gets the catcher by a step. Zach Neto getting ready to hit.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
And a swing and a line drive into right field. Brings it in, and that'll do it. All set for the top of the 6th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brandon Bell. Enriquez back to work. Enriquez, 25 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2025. Missed with a changeup, and the count even 1-1.
1 strike.
Big swing and a miss.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Inside, almost got him. Got him swinging. Now it's the right fielder, Ezekiel Duran.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. And another ball. And that's down and away. Hit hard, base hit.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now here is Andy Rodriguez. And first offering is fouled off. Duran stands at first with one out. Ground ball could be two. Shanuel to second, and it's a double play to end the inning. Bottom of the inning. Now it's going to be Nick Madrigal.
The second baseman.
Line of the pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Line drive, and out number one on the grab. Back to the top of the lineup. Now at the plate, Bobby Witt Jr.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And a foul ball.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
The Angels down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. The shortstop takes the ball.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
And a 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there.
And meanwhile, this a fair ball down the left field line. Now he'll turn for second, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That could be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times.
That's down and in.
2-0.
Strike one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to the left. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Here comes Witt around third. Slides, but he can't come off with it.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And now batting, Mike Trout. That one missed.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, that hit him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. And now it's Alex Bregman. Ripped on a line. And they get Bregman for the out. That's out number 2. So first and second with 2 outs. And now the right fielder, Mickey Moniak. And that's in there for strike 1.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Strike on the inside corner. Bounce to the right. Donovan to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. Back in Anaheim, we go to the top of the 7th. Now the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. The right-hander back to work. And that one is lifted in the air. That gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. It's amazing to me that he was able to put the barrel on that one. I mean, that pitch was pretty well outside, but great extension and bat control through the zone allowed him to drive it the other way. That was pretty impressive.
And now it's even up. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
2-2 on the way.
Down to 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Left-hand hitter waits. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And a pitch. And there's ball four.
Base knock, and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Here's the left fielder, Brian Reynolds. That one's in there. 0-1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
One ball, one
First
strike.
and second, no outs. Here in the top half of inning number 7. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here comes a pitch. That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wouldn't chase that time. And that'll load the bases.
A real bad time for a walk. You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close. They've been in a difficult spot, and things aren't getting any easier.
Grounder might be 2. Witt. Off balance beat. There's 1. And a run scores on the double play. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, O'Neal Cruz. 1 for 2. Outside.
Ball 1.
Ball 1.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
In the air, left field. Ward makes the catch, and that is that. Bottom of the 7th at the plate. Taylor Ward. Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Kevin Kelly.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The pitch. And a curve misses outside. And there's a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. So a man aboard. Here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. Foul ball there. Ward leads off second with nobody out.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
That misses the zone. Going to count 1 and 2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Zach Neto, the next to hit. That one hit to right. Durant has a beat on it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Here's Nick Madrigal.
Number 1, second baseman, Nick Madrigal.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Swing and a ball popped up. Cruz sizes this one up, drops into the glove. That is the inning. Back here at Angel Stadium, here's the center fielder, Jack Sawinski. Enriquez back to work. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Oh, and 2 now. Throws on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt. 1 for 3. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Now this is in the air down the line. Moniak under it. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Ezekiel Duran, the next Pirate to hit. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Rodriguez in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Down and in, moved his feet.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Foul ball. Durant off of first with 2 away. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. So the Pirates batting order turns over, and now the Pirates leadoff man, Ke'Bryan Hayes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Hayes checks his swing. Now an appeal to first, and he held back according to Larry Bullard. Next offering in there for a strike. Now 2-1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Bregman to first, and that's the 3rd out. And we're back. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Bobby Witt Jr. On the mound now for the Pirates, Zach Jackson. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. At the belt and fires. Caught him looking for the K. Nolan Shadowell, the next to hit for the Angels.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Right side, hard hit. In plenty of time to first, and a couple of quick outs. Digging in, Mike Trout. That one finds the zone. Going along.
0-1's the count.
The Halos down by 4 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Well struck right field. Durant going back. That's long gone. That one felt good. His second of the year, and they're chipping away. It's 5-2.
Well, he almost robbed a home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
Bregman stands in with 2 away as he
0-1,
takes a
no
ball.
strike.
And fires in a fastball at 95.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Just missed. The Pirates leading by 3 here in the 2nd game of the series. Next offering is in for a strike. Stays alive. Here comes a 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The pitch. Goes down looking. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Plesac.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Stepping in, Brendan Donovan. And the pitch. He goes 5 feet 11 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, and he works in a slider. Hit weakly on the ground. Shanaway takes it to the bag. Now 1 gone in the 9th. So up next, Ryan Reynolds. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Next offering way off the plate. And another ball. Fouls one off. 2-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
2 outs. Swings and misses, struck him out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Last chance for the home team. And now it's going to be Mickey Moniak. David Bednar comes on trying to close it out.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
And he deals. Fastball for a strike. Bednar, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches. Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Got him looking. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Taylor Ward will hit next. As as a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. He circles the bases. It's 5-3.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate when he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit for the Angels. Clips the corner, and it's 0-1.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Right-handed reliever, and that's a strikeout looking. And they're down to their last out. And next for LA, Zach Neto.
Oh,
2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball. The Angels down to their final strike. Got it. Ball game.
Well, he does a nice job of coming in and getting the save. He made a mistake with the pitch, gave up the solo home run, but he maintained his focus, pushed through to the finish line.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Coach Outlaw taught me.
Here now is our final line score tonight. For the victorious Pirates, 5 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Angels, 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 57 minutes.